Yes, it's a different couch. We traded some furniture around, and now this IKEA couch is in my studio. I'm just here to share a little vlog style update on what's been going on here, including a story about an herbal remedy gone horribly wrong, a root beer disaster, an update on my kiddos' health struggles, new projects from the studio, and some ways to help artists in Ukraine. We'll wind it up with an unboxing of a candle made by my beautiful and talented friend, Mint Faery. I'm so glad you decided to drop by and hang out for a bit. Welcome to the Witch's Studio. I am, of course, Mickie Mueller, author, illustrator, and witch, not necessarily in that order. And I'm so glad to be back bringing you some witchy fun. I've got spells, witchy tips, crafts, meditations, lots more that I'd love to share with you. If that piques your interest, then you should hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a thing that I've got coming up. I feel like I've been away for so long that I wanted to share an update so that you know what's been going on in my weird little corner of the world. Have you noticed that pandemic time isn't really the same as regular time? Sometimes it seems like the days just run together, and other times everything just flies by. It's completely normal when we're living through scary times to sometimes just run out of energy to do things. I bet you've noticed this too. I'm glad I was able to keep up enough energy in the past couple months to meet my deadlines, sometimes posting on social media, keeping my business going, and basic household stuff, in addition to helping a couple of our adult kids through these difficult times the best we can. But sometimes things just fell through the cracks, and my time here with you was one of them, and I hate that, because creating these videos for you is actually one of my very favorite things. It just seemed like there was too much coming down on me to keep up the energy. And some of you have probably felt that way too from time to time. So we had a little COVID scare late last month after a member of my household was coughed on by someone who had been exposed to the virus. This was right before that virtual event that I did with Ukrainian herbs about the dark and light sides of herbal magic. I was really frustrated because we've gone this whole time without getting sick. Even though we're all vaccinated here and no one at my house had symptoms, while we waited for the test results to come back, you guys, I made sure that everybody in the house was taking vitamin C and zinc and elderberry to boost everyone's immune system. So what happened next was preventable because I knew better, but we don't always make perfect choices. I knew that elderberry is not recommended for people with autoimmune disorders like I have, but I thought, ooh, better to have an autoimmune flare-up than COVID, right? One would think. So what happens with autoimmune disorders is that your immune system that usually fights off infections and stuff attacks your own organs and tissues. It causes inflammation, joint pain, fatigue, itchy skin. Oh gosh, yeah, it's a total blast. So boosting your immune system isn't always the best thing to do when you have an autoimmune disorder. In fact, a lot of people take immune suppressing medications for these kinds of disorders. But me, no, I took elderberry like a big old idiot. So I'm laying there in bed and my whole rib cage was aching. I couldn't figure out what was going on. I hadn't done anything physical to cause, muscle or bone aching. And then I realized there's a lot of cartilage in your rib cage. And I realized I was developing lots of flare-up symptoms, including inflammation in my joints. And yeah, that's cartilage. If you were wondering, does elderberry really boost your immune system? In my case, it definitely did. So the next day I woke up with stabbing pain underneath my shoulder blade, and I couldn't figure out what it was. I mean, I could hardly even move. And of course, it was the weekend. When I got into the chiropractor on Monday, he told me I had a rib out of place. I didn't even know that was a thing. I've got a really good chiropractor, so 2 adjustments later and I was feeling quite a bit better, but that was really messed up and I did it to myself. So that just goes to show you that not every herb that's good for you is good for you. If you're in doubt, make sure that you're paying attention to what herbs you're taking, because herbs are medicine. I felt like a complete idiot, but you know, we're all human. So in other news, many of you know that Rabid Ragnarok here on YouTube and on Instagram is my kiddo, who currently lives with us while trying to get help for conversion disorder. That started up during the pandemic, and it's been the cause of debilitating non-epileptic seizures. It's been really hard to find treatment because it's a pretty rare disorder, and we've been through several different doctors, investigated diagnoses like crazy, and now we're back to believing that it is in fact conversion disorder, and we're very hopeful that we may have found someone who can help us with treatment. We've been through emergency room visits, EEGs, sleep studies, therapy. It's been a long road. And it's been a huge emotional and mental and financial drain. But thankfully, we might be on our way to seeing a recovery. So good thoughts on that are absolutely welcome. This poor kid just wants to recover and get on with life. So through everything that's been happening, I did manage to work on some new products to brighten up my Etsy shop. We realized that Dan had occasionally been ordering small numbers of new blank items that I've just been too darn busy to create new art for. We found that we had quite a few pieces of merchandise that was just sitting around taking up space. So I got to looking at what we had and I got totally inspired. We added some really cool things like these new witchy water bottles that I just love. I use mine all the time. It keeps your drink really cold and just looks totally cool, which makes me want to drink my water more often. And as you know, that's something that I kind of think about a lot. If you remember my pendulum video, well, we added that art onto wooden pendulum boards, and I made a couple of new pendulum board designs too, like this one I've got back here. I've also made some crystal chandelier pendulums to include with each board. We also added some cool faux leather wallets and keychains. Dan made me my set for my birthday present back in February. I didn't bring it upstairs with me, but I'll try to show a picture right here for you guys so you can see it. We also had these really cool bags in different sizes, and Dan came up with this great idea of doing a set of 2 bags to hold both tarot cards and the book, and then the bag with the cards can fit inside of the larger bag. So you basically have a set that you could carry with you when you go to do readings. Your standard size Llewellyn deck fits great in these bags, and the standard size book fits right in the bigger bag. And the whole little kit all fits together great. There's room for you to put a little journal in here, a pen if you want to keep notes. If you're doing paid gigs, you know, it's a great way to hold onto your cash. You can also bring, you know, your crystals. Lots of people like to store crystals with their decks. And so there's room for all of that stuff inside of these 2 bags. I came up with 2 new designs for the set that were inspired by classic tarot. I wanted to portray the card reader and the querent. So I decided that instead of illustrating them with people in these roles, I would do an owl and a black cat so that it's more universal that way. I really had fun creating the art for these bags. Most recently, we added these beautiful sleep masks. This is one of my favorite new things. It's got a pocket in the back so that you can add an herbal sachet, and we include a lavender and chamomile one that I've made myself. I love mine for sleeping, but also for meditation. It just helps to get rid of the distractions. I got more new items coming too. I got some faux leather credit card cases that are keychains. I've got a bunch of hand sanitizer bottle holders that I've never done anything with that I need to come up with some designs for. And I cannot wait to come up with some of the designs for our new insulated cold brew skinny tumblers. And those will include a stainless steel straw and a silicone tip on the end. I actually really want one for myself, so I will probably get down to doing some designs for those really soon. I just can't wait to share them with you guys. They're super cool. I was actually going to bring one over to show you, and I couldn't find it, and Dan's downstairs, and he knows where everything is, and I don't know, I just do the designs, man. But those are coming soon, so watch for those. On the art front, I've also recently done an illustration for an audiobook cover that Rabid Ragnarok is doing the design for. And that part of it includes adding the text, picking out fonts, creating the layout, figuring where everything goes. So that it's similar to the print book cover, but not exactly the same. It's important to do it that way because then it's recognizable for people who are buying the print book. They recognize it and say, oh yeah, it's that same book. Some people like to get the print book version and the audiobook version. I love audiobooks myself. A lot of times I'm listening while I'm working on other things like artwork or packing orders or doing dishes, because that's my glamorous life. But yeah, I'm really excited about this project, and it's going to be quite cool. After the author makes the announcement about it themselves, then I will share more info. It also looks like I'll be working on more illustrations for that project, which will be a PDF that will be included with the audiobook to illustrate the exercises and things that the author's describing. They said that it won't really be easy to explain without illustrations, so I'm delighted to be working on that too. So in other happy news, Dan and I celebrated our 24th wedding anniversary on the spring equinox. We haven't been able to go out much during the pandemic, but we really wanted to celebrate a little bit, so we had a great time at our favorite Mexican restaurant during the off hours when we had the place all to ourselves, which was great. Then we went home and watched Dune and ate junky snacks that I surprised Dan with in a big bowl. Usually pretty healthy, so having junky snacks was a nice treat. Then Dan and I ended up cleaning the whole kitchen around midnight because a big bottle of root beer exploded all over the place. So when the bottle popped like that, it sprayed almost to the ceiling and got so wet that it slipped out of Dan's hands, poured all over the floor too. It filled the countertop and ran along that backsplash to the other side of the counter, so every surface was drenched. All the dishes in the drainer that needed to be put away that were clean needed to be washed again, the cabinets, everything. I'll probably be opening soda outside for quite a while after that mess. Well, little things and big things in our personal lives can feel really draining on our mental health. It's all been put in perspective when we see what's been going on in Ukraine. Many of us are praying for peace and lighting candles and working spells, and all of those things are definitely needed. But I'm also a practical witch who believes that spell work should be followed up with real-world action. We can feel overwhelmed since we're all people who have come through collective trauma of 2 years of worldwide pandemic while unpacking racial and social injustice and seeing the surges of open bigotry and hate, like what's happening to trans kids and their families in Texas and other states now too. So now this horrible war can just feel like too much on our minds and our hearts. Sometimes we can feel hopeless and powerless in the face of all of these big world events. But while we're praying for Ukraine and peace, I wanted to offer some resources to support Ukraine that can really make a difference for people in need. I stumbled upon ways to help by supporting actual people in Ukraine. My daughter Brittany told me about this Ukrainian artist who goes by Stitchy Princess on Etsy. I have a link to a blog post with the resources below in the description. Brittany knows her from a cross-stitch group that she belongs to and has always admired her beautiful and magical witchy cross-stitch patterns. She's offered them as an instant download, and since she can't ship items right now because of the war, this is a way that she can still make an income for her family in the middle of this war. As an Etsy seller myself, I can't even imagine what I would do in her situation. I don't even do cross-stitch, but I bought some of her patterns anyway to offer support. I'm probably going to give them a try at some point. I think it'll be fun to try because they're really cool designs. It comes to the point where many of the sellers from Ukraine cannot ship at all, so downloads are a really good way to go. My daughter's friend was so happy with the sales that she made and that she was able to buy supplies for her family, but also was able to help her neighbors out who needed support. When we support small businesses, we're helping an actual person and their family. I hope you love her work as much as I do. I found several other Etsy sellers from Ukraine also that offer downloads. So I put the links in a blog post, which I'll share in the description, as well as a couple other ways to help. I also suggest that you follow my fellow Llewellyn author, Madame Pabmida, on Instagram and YouTube. She's a Ukrainian diaspora witch who shares a lot of information about Ukraine, Ukrainian folk magic, and ways to help the people of her ancestors. So I was chatting with fellow YouTube creator and Etsy seller Mint Faery, and she wanted one of my tea sets, and I adore her beautiful hand-poured candles. So we decided to do a trade, you guys. I got this box in the mail like last week, but I waited to open it with you. So let's see what's inside. Okay, you guys, let's check it out. She always does stuff like this. She puts little cute stickers on everything, which I just adore. I have been waiting to open this. It's been sitting over here. And I keep looking at it and looking at it and being like, oh my gosh, I want that candle. But I've been waiting. I've been holding off because I wanted to open it with you guys. I love getting this stuff. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Here, let me turn this around so you guys can see it too. Box stickers. Oh, oh my gosh. There's stickers in here. Girl, oh, these cute little stickers are making me so happy right now. Look at this. Little flower fairies. Oh my gosh. These are treasures. Oh, I love them. I feel like a little kid. This is so sweet. It says folklore. Here's a note from her on this beautiful card. Thank you, Mint. Oh my gosh, that's a treasure. I'll keep that forever and ever. Man, she's awesome. And this cute little note card, oh my gosh, that just takes me right back to childhood. Look at that sweet little, oh my gosh. So cute. Make sure that the light comes back. Oh, I just love this. Okay, let's see. What have we? What have we? Oh. All the packing supplies. Some of you guys will get these in your orders because we never throw packing supplies away. We just keep reusing them. But it's better for the environment that way. Oh my God, Princess Mononoke sticker. I love Princess Mononoke. Oh, that's so cool. I'll have to take that like gingerly off of the tissue so that I can keep it. I'm just gonna tear the tissue because I want to keep the sticker. I'm such a dork. If you guys don't know about Mint's Etsy shop, you need to check it out. She does beautiful work. I just love everything that she does. Childlike wonder. Oh my gosh. I think this is bath salt. Girl, what did you do? This is so cool. Oh my gosh. I'm getting goosebumps, you guys. I'm literally getting chills. This smells so good. You can see all the good stuff inside of it. Yeah, this is bath salts. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be a treasure. I've been working on my inner child and healing my inner child. And oh man, this is wonderful. So yeah, I'm very excited about this. I'm gonna have to put a whole little ritual together to use all these items. Let's see. And there's her beautiful business card. Candles, crochet, and curios made lovingly by your fairy godmother. Ain't that the truth, baby? And here is all of her links. She rocks. She's just a treasure to the whole wide world, you guys. And this little cord that she's wrapped this with, I'll save that too, and I'll use that for something. Who knows what I'll use it for? Probably some kind of cord magic or some kind of craft project. You never know. but I don't know. I save way too many things. I have like boxes of things that I save and keep, and it's kind of ridiculous, but I don't know. They're too precious to throw away. And when you add the magic of someone special like Mint to what you're already doing, I mean, you can't go wrong then. You just can't go wrong. I think this is the candle, you guys. She wraps everything so nicely. It's not only beautifully wrapped, but it's just like really secure and everything too. Oh my gosh, yes! Look at this. This is gorgeous. And I didn't know she was gonna do this. It's one of those cool, what do you call that? Wooden wicks that, it crackles like a campfire when it's burning. I am just, oh my gosh. Did you ever see a more magical candle? I mean, that's everything. And yeah, this is for healing my inner child. Awakening the inner child is what she wrote on this. And her little tags that she makes are so pretty. Every single detail of what she does is just, it's just so infused with her beautiful magical energy. This is gorgeous. I saw a photo of this gorgeous teacup that she found, and it kind of reminded me of like a little dress that I would have worn when I was a kid. So I thought that's perfect for working with my inner child. And then now that I've seen it in person, it's got this beautiful kind of texture around the outside of it that just like really appeals to me. I am so excited, you guys. I'm gonna be doing some beautiful work and burning this when I do my meditations with my little inner self. And when it's all finished, I'm going to use it for drink teas and special drinks. That is a gift to my inner child too. So I mean, it's just gonna all come full circle and be beautiful. And oh my gosh, I'm so excited about the bath salt. Mint, you have outdone yourself again, as always, because you're a gem. Oh, I'm so grateful. This is just beautiful. I'm really happy that I waited to open this with you guys too, because I'm so excited to share something as beautiful and magical and special as this is. A huge thank you to Mint Faery for this gorgeous candle and for always making such beautiful and caring content full of magic. Her links are below in the description, but if you're on YouTube or Instagram, I bet you're already following her. If not, go check her out right away. Don't forget to check out my little blog with links to help some Ukrainian artists during this terrible time. And for those of you who are feeling overwhelmed and can relate to what I was talking about as far as taking care of our mental health, I've also shared my blog post with links for free and discounted mental health resources in the description. Don't forget to share this video with your witchy friends if you haven't already, and make sure you're subscribed and cast a spell on the notification bell so that you'll magically know as soon as I upload a new video. Also, I gave you my updates. What's up with you? Since it's been a long time since we've been here, let me know in the comments down below what you've been doing. Thanks again for visiting me here. I have a few more videos here that I think you might enjoy. I'll see you next time. Until then, I hope that you stay safe, happy, and healthy. And remember, as always, to be your magic. Bye.